Good morning. Welcome to the Closers Cafe. Tuesday morning, November 11th, Veterans Day. Thank you to all the veterans out there. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do stuff like this. We wouldn't have the freedom to do things like the Closers Cafe. And I mean, that is trivial in the grand scheme of things compared to all the other things that we have to be grateful and thankful for to our veterans. Today's topic is the home value email update, my monthly home value email update that turns into more listings. The process. All right. Welcome to the Closers Cafe, Monday morning, Tuesday morning. Jeez Louise. Tuesday morning. I'll tell you what happened there. I thought I was live streaming and I wasn't, and I got I got distracted. It is Tuesday morning, November 11th. It's Veterans Day. Thank you. Heartfelt thank you to all the veterans out there. Without you, we wouldn't be able to do the things that we do. I wouldn't be able to do this, this silly live stream and share how I'm growing my real estate business. And that is, trivial compared to, all the many other things we have to be thankful for our veterans. Today's topic is the email that I use once a month to uncover listing opportunities. And that's not entirely accurate. It's an email, a text, and then an email. So it's actually a 3-step process that I have been using to take more listings and close more deals, right? Close more transactions. I'm going to share the exact email. I'm going to share the bump text, and we're actually going to do the bump text here live to get even more people to look at it. And then I will share the follow-up email that I'll send tomorrow to all the people that went and looked at their home value. So, and that's where the money's at. That is where the money's at. But before I get into that, I am going to do my daily social posting to generate more leads. And I'm going to, since we're talking about a monthly home value update, I want to show you how you can generate for free more seller leads using social media, a simple process that all of you can replicate. We're going to create a post to share on Nextdoor, on my Google business profile, and then on Facebook, again, with the intent to capture more leads, to generate more leads, so that next month, when I send my monthly home value email update, there'll be more homeowners in my database receiving that update than this month, right? I mean, that's really, we only have two primary activities that drive our business, or at least drive more conversations so that we can write more contracts and close more transactions. And that is adding to your database and then getting into more conversations with that database. So we're gonna address all of that here in the first half hour of the show. And then I have a number of other things that we'll dig into depending on, questions, comments, etc. Do me a huge favor, hit the thumbs up for me if you're excited about what we're going to dig into here. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel if not already, and of course turn on notifications, smash the bell, all that good stuff. So, step one, or what we're going to knock out first, we're going to create a post to share on social media to capture more home value lead opportunities. And so I'm going to share my screen here. Bada bing. And we're going to go here. And I'm going to show you a very simple way that we can get an image to use with this home value update. And I'm going to pull up an example that I posted, I don't know, sometime in the last couple of weeks around this idea, because all I'm going to do is R&D, rip off and duplicate my own process that's worked. Here's a couple of examples on my Nextdoor profile. I thought I had another example. Maybe not. Maybe not. All right. Well, we're gonna create it from scratch then. How about that? Let me just make sure that I'm not missing one here. Oh boy. Okay. All right. You can see that I do post fairly consistently on here. I mean, I get busy. There we go. Look at this. This is what I'm going to use as inspiration, to build out a new post. But that one was specific to Perry County. I want it to be the whole, the whole central PA area that I cover. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Zillow. Watch this. I'm going to go to Zillow, and I'm going to go Cumberland County, and instead of for sale, I'm going to say sold. I want the sold, and then I'm going to click outside of Cumberland County. That gives me all of these little dots here. Okay, all of these little dots. All I'm going to do. This is a very primitive strategy here, but it doesn't have to be super advanced. I'm going to take a screenshot. By the way, if you're watching on the TikTok live, if you come over to Josh Schoenly Coaching on YouTube, you can see my screen and what I'm doing here if you want. And make sure you subscribe and hit the notifications if you do, or when you do. So I'm taking a screenshot of that. I've got that on my desktop now. I'm going to share this to my phone, and I'm going to do the process that I had done yesterday, which is to add a geotag and to add, now this is doing this. Okay, it is. Last night I was trying to airdrop to my phone and it just wasn't cooperating. But it did do it. So I've got this on my phone. Okay. I've got this on my phone. I'm going to hit the little I button and we're going to add a location. And I'm going to use my city. I'm going to use my city as the location. And for the caption, I'm going to say home values, market report, sell house, fast, cash offer. And then I'm going to say my city, the county, and I'm going to also just say Central Pennsylvania. There's no right or wrong or perfect way to do this. I try different things with this process each time. But the bigger lesson is, and this is something that I had gotten away from doing, is during this, or as I do this posting process, by geotagging and adding this here, okay? So by geotagging and adding a caption with keywords, it's even more signals to Google and Nextdoor and Facebook that this is locally relevant content and information. And the more signals we can give the algorithm, the better. The more likely we are to get the right people, interested, parties to check this out. Okay, so I've got this image. Now I'm going to delete it on my desktop, and then I'm going to airdrop the new one. So I know I've got the right one. So I know I've got the right one here. And receiving, there we go. And I'm going to call this home value update Enola, PA, Central Pennsylvania. So that's what I'm naming the image itself. Okay, so now I've got my image. And then I'm going to use this as my inspiration. And I'm going to actually change it a whole bunch, but I hate starting from scratch. So I'm going to go post. I'm going to grab this image. There's my image. For the location, I'm not going to use mine. Because I put the location of Enola, I'm going to choose that as the location on my post here. I'm going to paste this in. Curious what homes are selling for here in hashtag Central PA. Wondering what yours might sell for right now? Question mark. Get a free, no obligation. Actually, I'm going to change this offer altogether. Check out 4 instant unique home value estimates for your property right now. Go to. I'm going to change this. I need to, what is the, I forget what I have. I got to find the right, that's not the right one. How do I find my new one? By the way, if you want, what I'm going to be sharing, the way I'm capturing leads, generating and capturing leads, and also the tool that I'm using with the email that I'm going to share next, that sends people to their own custom seller dashboard, you should go to fastcashoffers.ai. Fastcashoffers.ai and check that out. You can get a free 30-day trial. It is a tool that has been one of my highest ROI producing tools in this business for a number of years now. Okay. I cannot remember. Let me think here. Josh, VIPs. Actually, here's how I figured. There it is. I found it. This is what I want. Okay. So I'm going to use this URL. I'm going to use this URL right here. Go to, enter your address, and tap get value. And I'm gonna change some of these hashtags here. I already have Central Pennsylvania above. I'm going to add some of my other local cities here. I'm going to add listing agent, realtor, realty, and I'll do real estate agent. So I've got those hashtags. Curious what homes are selling for here in Central PA? Wondering what yours might sell for right now? Check out 4 instant unique home value estimates for your property. I have right now. Twice. Actually, sell for this winter. There we go. And then I'm going to add right now here. There we go. Go to the link and then parentheses, specific, tell people what to do. Enter your address and tap get value. Like the more specifically you tell people what to do, the more people will actually do that thing. I know it's simple, but it matters. Okay. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to post. And if you're just hopping on, in a minute or in a couple of minutes, I'm going to share the email that I use once a month. It's an email combined with a text, a bump text, and then a follow-up email that has been uncovering listing opportunities in my existing database very consistently this entire year. And I'm going to share that. But what I wanted to do first is show you how you can generate generate more home value leads or seller leads, so that next month when I send this email, I'm sending it to more people. And I could replicate this every week, what I just did, once a week, every week. It could even be the same day. And I just mix up the wording. I mix up the offer. I could use, some AI, ChatGPT or whatever to give me different variations. And there's a number of different images that I could use with it as well. I can mix that up. But now I've got that. So next up, I'm actually going to go to Facebook. I'm going to finish on Google Business Profile. So I'm going to go to Facebook. I'm going to go to my page here. So this is my business page. And I'm going to use that same image. And I'm going to paste in that same content. And I've got to do this thing here where it highlights, like activates the the hashtags. It's kind of a pain, but whatever. And almost there. Whoops. Carlisle, Harrisburg, Mechanicsburg. Oh, I didn't have Enola correctly, but whatever. I'm going to hit next. And I'm actually, I need to start doing this on my phone, because on my phone, I can tag myself, or maybe I can do it here. Hold on. Let's see here. Can I tag myself? Tag people? Yeah, I can tag people. So tag myself there. Next, post. There we go. Then I'm going to come back. I'm going to do my Google business profile post, and then I'm going to finish on my phone by sharing this into some groups to get to spark some traffic. So now I'm going to go to, I'm going to go to Google. And I'm going to start searching for myself. That brings up my, and who knows, maybe we'll generate a couple of leads while live on the stream here. We'll see. Time will tell. Okay, add post, image, same image, in the description. And we can't have phone numbers, we can't have emails, we can't have links or anything like that in the description. So we need to make some edits here. I'm going to add I'm going to add the learn more button, which will send them to the traffic. And then just tap learn more below, comma, enter your address, and get value. Boom. Okay. Now, so that's posted. That is posted, and oh, good. I've got an appointment for 12:30 now. I had to reschedule the appointment. The 2:30 appointment yesterday I had to reschedule. Now I've got a listing appointment at 2:30. I'm sorry, at 12:30, and another one at 1:30 today. Giddy up. Also, for those of if you were wondering, if you were watching live yesterday and you were curious, we are writing an offer. The investor client that I showed the bank-owned property to at what was that, at 1 o'clock yesterday, is interested. I got to grab this call. Hello, this is Josh. Yeah, hey, Mike. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's where it's scheduled currently. Yeah. Yep. Well, the one I think we're scheduled for is in Intercourse. Is that the? Yeah. Okay. You're saying they have an office that might be closer. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's try and do that, and I can reach out to Jennifer too if it helps. Definitely. Yep. 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 Okay, like 1:30, 1:45, something like that. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me see if we can get it switched, the location switched, and then we can, we can figure out day of exactly when. But Steve will be perfect. Perfect. Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Mike. Steve? No, he's Perry County. So the Lancaster, that'll be more convenient for him as well. Yeah. Yeah, that's super helpful. Beautiful. Thanks, Mike. Bye. All right. So that was about a settlement on Thursday. And I am just confirming that 1:30 appointment. So one more thing we got to do here is sharing that post. And then I'm going to get into the email and the text and the three-step process that I'm using once a month to uncover listing opportunities right in my existing database. Okay, that is coming up here. And by the way, I'll share. I'm giving you all of the resources, etc. Okay, so this is the post. This is the post here. He just told me it's going to be a mess. Be prepared. This is the post, and I'm going to share this into a couple of groups. So I'm just going to go, I'll do those two, and I'll do that one, that one, that one, and that's probably good. Okay, and I'm going to add some emojis with my post here. So I'm going to put the like the curious emoji. And I'll do the graph, a graph like going upward, and then a home. There we go. That's all I'm going to do, and I'm going to share it. And now I will start to get some eyeballs on that post. And who knows? Maybe we'll generate a few leads for free while I'm still live streaming. He said it's going to be a mess. Be prepared. Yep, all good. I've seen it all. LOL. All right, so we're good there. Now, the actual topic at hand, which is the email that I use once a month to uncover listing opportunities in my existing database. And, in fairness, it's not just one email. It's an email. It's a bump text, meaning it's a text that I send to the same audience if I have their cell phone and if they are subscribed to text, to get more of them to go and look at the email so that we get as many people possible looking at their actual home value. So let me unpack what that is and what that looks like. And let me first share, before I even unpack that, in the description with this, you can join our free Skool community. And if you join that free Skool community and you go to Classroom and you go to Listings, right here, the first thing listed is a document that has these emails. I have 3 different variations of the emails, 3 different variations of the text, and 3 different variations of the follow-up email, the moneymaker email that I use. And I just rotate one. So if I send variation 1 this month, then next month I send variation 2, and then the third month I send 3, and then I just recycle back around. So you can get those in there. And if you use Bold Trail, formerly KB Core, there's a share code in there for you. Now you do need fastcashoffers.ai to use this exactly as it sits. But time permitting, I'll get into how you could replicate this without that tool, or just get the free trial and check it out. It's a free 30-day trial, and then it's $77 per month. After that, no contracts or commitments, etc. It's fastcashoffers.ai is where you can go see how it works. You can even book a demo. All right. Let me pull up my Bold Trail, and I'll show you the scheduled email that went out or is probably still in process of going out this morning. So in Bold Trail, I go to Marketing, and I go to Schedule Mass Email. It'll take a minute to load up because I have a lot of contacts and I have a lot of emails that have been scheduled over the years. But I'll show the exact one, which is one of these 3 that are in the document that you can get for free in our free Skool community, SKOOL community. It's Leads, Listings, Leverage is the name of that community. You can join for free. The link is also in the description. Okay, so this is the email that was sent to 4,638 people. And if you remember, one of the things that I mentioned is one of your primary goals in this business is to be adding people to your database daily, so that when you send an email like this month, you're sending it to more than you sent last month. And if you look here, last month, this email that I sent using this process went to 4,390 people. This month, it went to 4,638. So I'm just practicing what I preach. The one before that in September went to 4,224, right? So I'm sending this email to more people in my database every month. Now, this is specifically people in my database that I have an email, that are subscribed to email, and I have their primary address. In other words, they're a homeowner. Okay. What does the email look like? I actually changed it slightly this week or this month, and the subject line was just their address, or is just their address. And you don't even see that variation in here because I'm always testing different things and to find out what works. Okay. But in that Google Doc, am I sharing my screen again? Dang it. Hold on. Here is what that looks like. It's a Google Doc with the variations, and this is the actual email that was sent. So the subject line is their street address. The message, first name. Let me see who we got here. Alicia. We're extremely excited to help you track your home value / equity and offer you flexible selling options whenever the time is right. What makes our home value dashboard so unique? Glad you asked, smiley face. When you go here, you'll have access to interactive home values, custom and exclusive selling options, proprietary seller dashboards, and then there's another button to go there. Talk soon, Josh. Then my full contact information. P.S., and this is critically important, I had not been doing this, and I recently added this, maybe over the summertime, 3 different P.S.s, because a lot of people will skip to the end. They'll skip to the P.S. Who do you know that might be open to entertaining offers for their property before the end of the year? Who do you know that might be open to entertaining offers for their property before the end of the year? That's pretty good. That's the email that went out to 4,390 this morning. And you know what? I may have to hold on here. I'm going to switch. You'll all have to bear with me, at least on the normal live stream. Bear with me for a minute. I'm going to switch Wi-Fi's because the Wi-Fi I'm on is very weak signal right now. 1 second. Hold on. Let me check something. I should have checked before I went live. I think we're good. I think I'm still good. Hopefully you all can hear me and see me, and we didn't lose anything. But when someone gets this email and they click the go here, they click this button, they are taken to an interactive dashboard specifically for their property. Let me show you what that looks like. Hopefully I have an example. Hopefully I got the email. Did it go in my spam? Hopefully it didn't go in my spam. Why didn't I get the email? Oh, I did. It's over. Yeah. Okay. Here it is. So this is what the email looks like. It's my address. I open it up and I click the button, or I click the go here, and I am directly taken to, oh boy. Well, something is broke in what I did, but it's still working on some level because I'm having people go and engage. You know what? I probably used an old link. It's probably my own stupidity. You always want to test before you send, and I didn't do that. I didn't follow my own directions. But when this is working correctly, they're directly or automatically taken to their own seller dashboard where they can check out 4 different unique estimates of value. And if interested, they can explore instant offer options as well. It's taking a while to load here, I think, because the Wi-Fi is being a little wonky. But what I want to do, I just wanted to demonstrate what this looks like. Here we go, finally. So 4 different estimates of value. They can even adjust the value based upon updates and upgrades that they may have made to the exterior, their interior, outdoor amenities, the home view and location, home landscaping, if there's a pool. And then you can see at the bottom here, they can explore offers, okay? And there's no image here because in our neighborhood, for whatever reason, I used my own property. And in our neighborhood, for whatever reason, there's no street view. We only have Google Map view. And I'm working with Joe to get that where it'll show the map view if there isn't a street view. But when you test this and play around with it, you'll notice that most times there is a Google Street View of the property, okay? It's just that this one, for whatever reason, it did not. Now, what I want to show next? So that's the email. And the email's only goal is to get people to click and look at their home value dashboard, their seller dashboard. Why is that important? Why are we trying to do that? Because if someone is interested in their value, if they're curious about that, there is likely some intent. Now, not all of them, but at least some of them will have some intent. I'm going to grab this call. Hello, this is Josh.
Hi, Josh. My name is Ellie with SUREFIRE with Keller Williams. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Sorry for the quick call, but I just scheduled a showing at your listing at 497 Middletown.
Yeah.
And I know it says it was received, but I was curious to see if I could get that confirmed so I can take my buyer.
Probably not. Honestly, we will likely have an executed agreement today.
Okay.
If that, when did you request it?
For 9:45.
Oh, this morning? Yeah, I'm sorry. We definitely can't accommodate that. I'm sorry. What I can do though is I can save your number. And if for some reason that doesn't work out, I can certainly let you know.
Okay, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that.
You bet. Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye. That was another agent calling on one of my listings. It's a short sale. We're almost have an accepted agreement. So don't want to waste their time. Okay, back to my topic at hand. The only intent, the only goal of the email is to get them to click over to look at their dashboard, because that is an indication. That is like, what's the word I'm looking for? An indicator or a trigger that says there's some level of intent there. There's some reason why they are curious and want that information. And so we want to get as many people as possible to do that so that we can follow up with those that are checking it out to see who's really in the market and thinking about listing or where they're at with that process. In order to get as many eyeballs as possible on that email, I also will send what Joe, who's the creator of this platform that I use, fastcashoffers.ai, he refers to it as a bump text. It's just a simple text message to send to get more eyeballs, more people to go look at it. So I'm going to do that now. I'm in Bold Trail and I'm going to search. This is how I find who we're going to send this to. I go to contact details and I want has phone, has email, subscribe to SMS, subscribe to email, and has primary address. And this number will be significantly less than the 4,600 that the email went to, because there's a bunch of people in here that I don't have their cell phone, or they're not subscribed to text messages anymore, or whatever the case may be. There may be any number of reasons why it won't go through to them. But I do have 1,495 that I can send this bump text email or this bump text to get more of them to go look at their email address or their to go open the email that I sent them. Golly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go 250 rows at a time. So that's like I can send to 250 at a time. By the way, if you're watching on TikTok and you want to see my screen and what I'm doing more specifically, you can go over to Josh Schoenly Coaching on YouTube. Josh Schoenly Coaching on YouTube. So I'm going to select all here. And there's a couple that I need to deselect. I have an appointment with him. I have an appointment with him. She's already looked at it. I think the rest should be good too. I've been working with her, working with him. I'm looking more at the recent ones here that I don't want to, I don't want to be reaching out if I've already kind of engaged with them. And I'm going to go text here, and I'm going to go canned response, and I'm going to find my iList. iList, auto value text confirm number 2, I think. We sent you an email this morning with an updated computer-generated value for your property at street address. Just making sure you got it. Thanks. Okay. So I'm going to copy that, which, by the way, that is, all of these are in this document, which when you join the Skool community for free, go to Classroom, go to Listings. It's the first doc there. Okay. There are 3 emails. The email to generate the click. There are 3 text messages, bump text to get more of them. And then there are 3 follow-up communications, which I'll be doing that live tomorrow morning, but I'll show what that will look like ahead of that as well. So I've got this. I'm going to go ahead and send this text message. And what will happen, I can tell you with certainty that while we're live here, I'm going to start getting text replies. I'm going to get texts that say stop or end or unsubscribe, whatever, and that's fine. But I'm also going to get some that say, well, I didn't see it. Where did you send it? Some people ask, can't you just text it to me? Things of that nature. And so we'll have some examples of what that will look like while still live here. I'm fairly confident of that. So now I'm just going to go through these. I have 6 pages of people that I'm sending this bump text to. Okay, so there's 6 pages of them. And this I do manually. So I can schedule the email to go out to all of those folks at once. But the texting, for it to be effective, and quite honestly, the only way you can really do it is manually 250 at a time. Now you could, I guess you can create a smart campaign and automate it that way, but I just found that it's work worth doing. And, you can't automate everything. And you shouldn't automate everything. In fact, I would say that most people are automating way too much in their business. And what that means is they're actually hurting their business because there are, let's face it, like, conversations are the KPI. The more conversations we have with people that are ready, willing, and able to potentially do business with us, people that are who want to actually, what in the heck? Oh, I'm already getting comments on my next door post from, are you the son of the lady in Middletown boosting houses for rent in Harrisburg? Nope, that's not me. I know who this person is referring to, and I'm not going to go there. No, that's not me. No, that's not me. She commented twice. I don't get that many comments on my next door posts, etc. But they can be, just like anything, it can spike the algorithm. So I've got my text bump almost done here, or my bump text almost done here. I got 2 more pages we got to knock out. While I'm going through this, do me a huge favor. In the comments, I've been dropping the ball on this, but in the comments, in the comments, give me one win from the last 24 hours and one action you're committing to today to grow your business. Okay. So I'm going to send that, and then one more page here. And then I'll go, I see that I'm already getting responses to the bump text. And I'm certain getting more people that are going and looking at their seller dashboard from the email sent earlier this morning. Get rid of this, get rid of this. Okay. And this is the last page. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a note to myself about someone that I need to follow up with, and I don't want to forget. And then let's take a look. So we sent the email. I sent the email this morning. Then I sent the bump text now. What will I do tomorrow with all of the people that have looked at their dashboard from this? And there are a couple of different variations that I will share with you of what I send to the people that are looking at. So one is a survey question. I've got it up on the screen here. Just curious, which of these would you say is the most accurate about why you're interested in the value? Okay, let me go bigger screen here so you can read that. Okay, and there's five examples. I have taken at least 2, maybe 3 listings this year where this email was how I got the appointment. Okay, so they got the initial email, they looked at their seller dashboard, and then I sent this email to them, and they replied C, or thinking about selling kind of a response, and then I was able to get the appointment from that. Okay, here's another example, and I'm probably going to use this one tomorrow, which is first name. You're probably not ready to sell right now, but when the time is right to move on from street address, will you be staying in the area or relocating elsewhere? That's a great one. It's a great one. And then the other one, what did you think of the values for street address in your seller dashboard? First name, Josh. P.S. Any interest in exploring some of the offer options? Okay, and then as I mentioned, the survey one. Okay, let me go back to smaller screen because we don't want to get this flagged, but I can tell that we're starting to get some text replies, and I'll share this because you can see stop, you have the wrong number, stop. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Sorry, I'm not interested. I'm getting a lot of no's, a lot of resistance, but that's okay. We have to sift and sort through a lot of no's to get to the yeses. And I know that some coaches and gurus, etc., even will tell you to set a no goal, set a goal for no, because every no is closer to a yes. I don't like to focus on the no's because what you focus on expands. I just know that it's part of the process. Like it's part of the it's just part of what we do. So nothing exciting or positive to see on that front. But I now have how many? 13, 14 people have looked at their seller dashboard since this went out about, I don't know, a half an hour ago. Okay. That means I have 14 people that I'm going to send that follow-up communication to tomorrow to see what their level of interest. I also can see here that I'm getting people unsubscribing, and that's okay because those people were never going to do business with me. So I'm going to focus my time and energy on the folks that would, and are more likely to do business with me. So again, what you focus on expands. Focus on the people who want to talk to you, who want to hear from you, who are interested in what you have to offer. And okay, look at this. I've got a couple here. Let me see if I can get these loaded up. I've got a couple here, and you'll get some of this. For whatever reason, they're not populating here. Let me. Okay, stop. You have the wrong number. All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to show on my phone then, because for whatever reason. Ooh, actually, this is an RV park. Hello.
Hey Josh, it's Esther from Jim Casa.
Oh, hey Esther, how are you?
I'm good. Just calling to follow up on how the walkthrough went with your contractor on Friday.
Yep. It went fine. They actually went for a second walkthrough on Sunday to confirm a couple things, and I would expect to have the estimate today.
Okay, awesome. When you get it, just forward it over to me and I'll take a look at it.
Perfect. Will do.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay,
Bye-bye. I thought that was another broker calling about a deal that I was trying to track down on an RV park. Ever since I left go, okay, hold on. Okay, so my goodness. So Crystal says she did not get the email. Okay, so what do I do then? I go and copy the email that I sent it to, and I text back, is this the right or best email for you? Question mark. Okay, because the bump text, here's what I love about the bump text. Number one, it will get more people to go and find your email. Okay, so you get more people that then open the email and they'll click and check out their dashboard, which means I have more engaged people to then follow up with the next day. That's number one. Number two, some people like this, they'll say they didn't get it, and it's because it was in their spam folder or their junk folder. And so I can tell them and instruct them to go do that. And when they go and find that and they mark it as not spam, it means not only are they more likely to look at that one and click on the dashboard, et cetera, and check it out, but they're also more likely to get my future emails in their inbox. And then lastly, the other thing that happens is sometimes it isn't the best email for them, but then they give you their best email. So then you're getting better, improved data. And if you've got a better email for them, they're more likely to get your communications, etc. Bernice says, I did receive your email, but not interested at this moment. Right on. Thanks for confirming. Have a great rest of the week, right? I'm not gonna push. I'm not gonna whatever. I'm just I'm just confirming that information. I'm getting a lot of no's or stops, but again, that is totally fine because that is cleaning up the database. Okay, a lot of stops and a lot of no's. So whatever, that is what it is. But what I can also tell you is now 23. I now already have 23 who have went and looked at their 25 now. It is flying. The charts are flying. I now have 25 people who have gone and looked at their home value dashboard. That is 25 people that tomorrow I can strategically follow up with to see what they're doing and how I can help. What they're doing and how I can help. And I'm looking at all of these. This is some good stuff here. Good stuff. And I would be shocked if it doesn't turn into some listing opportunities in the very near future. Okay. So if you want that whole flow and that process, go and join our free Skool community. The link is in the description. Go to the classroom section, click on listings, the listings classroom, and the doc is right there. If you can't find any of that, or you need help finding or navigating that, or you want to strategically, get on a strategy call, let's say, and talk strategy specific for your situation and scenario, you can DM me or you can call or text me at the number right there, 717-571-0456. I think we can probably call it a day because I've got a lot that I need to dig into and get to work on, and I'm sure many of you do as well. I will do some. I'll put a bow on some of yesterday's session. If you weren't on yesterday's session, if you missed that or if you want a second look, you can find that at Josh Schoenly Coaching. Oh, look at this. One of the bump texts, what would you list it for? That's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. I need to follow up with David. What email did it come from? Chris says. So Chris, it came from Josh.Schoenly at exprealty.com. Might be in your spam/junk folder, ? Okay. And I will, so I'm going to copy his email. It's funny that people say not interested, because all I'm doing is sending them, all I'm sending is a home value update. I'm not really offering. I mean, I guess it kind of is, but it's not very direct. Oh, come on. Where is that text? Dan Snyder wants it on his phone. You know what? So here's what I'm going to do. Actually, I thought I was going to wrap up, but this is super helpful because I do get so weird. I do get people that ask for me to just send the link to their phone. So here's how you can do that with fastcashoffers.ai. So I'm gonna let me share. So here's how I can do that on here. I can get a link specific for that person's property. So let me find who that was. That was Dan Snyder. Dan Snyder. Okay, 367, 360, 365. Okay, so I pop in his address here. That's all I need to get the ball rolling with this. I think it was York Haven. Just make sure here. Yep. Okay. So all I need is the address to get this going here so that it creates what they refer to as a snapshot. And oh wow, I'm getting some aggressive, some people aggressively telling me to stop, which is going to happen as well. So I'm going to save that snapshot. Okay. And once that saves, I can share the seller view right here. Now, before I do that, I want to deselect some of these offer options because I don't like them to see all of these. And this is a little bit of a different view that they get than just the home value link in their inbox. So I'm going to share these here. I'm going to share this. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to send that to Dan. I'm going to say, here you go. Why can't I send it? For some reason, I can't send the link through text. I'll try sending it directly from my cell phone in a minute. The email is likely in your junk spam folder. Okay, so I'm going to text him direct. Man, oh man, I am getting bombed with replies. A whole bunch of no thank yous, but a whole bunch of no thank yous, but getting some positive replies as well. And listen, it doesn't take many positive replies in this business. I mean, we get paid really well, right? So like, hey, Dan, it's Josh. Josh, this is my personal cell phone. Here's the link. And I'm hoping the link actually works here. Nope. Son of a gun. Well, I'm going to have to figure out how to send that to him. Hey, Fran, I don't know what we're talking about. What address? And I have no idea how that would happen unless something is amiss with the way the listing is entered or the address is entered or something along those lines. There was someone complaining that I had messaged about a property on market. I don't know how that would be because we scrub hard for that. Oh my goodness. Man, I'm getting bombarded. Okay, so tomorrow morning, I will be sharing the follow-up and how we continue those conversations through the email that will be sent to the growing number of people that are looking at their home value dashboard, which is now up to 31 people. 31 people have been added or have looked at their seller dashboard. That's like 20 since since the live stream started. Well, actually, I mean, the live stream started about when the email was starting to land in the inbox. So that kind of that checks out. Let me see, refresh here. Oh, no, it's still at 31. I thought maybe we'd have a couple more. So I'm going to get into that tomorrow. Also, tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, I'm going to be sharing my 3-step plan for closing 50 deals in 2026 without any ad budget. And you can register for free at 50in26.com, 50in26.com, 50in26.com. It's absolutely free. I'm going to go through that plan and how how you can deploy that same plan in your business. It's going to be live and interactive. I'm going to be making calls and texts while we're live on the Zoom, and and so I'm going to give you the plan. And if you want help implementing the plan, letting you know how you can get that help. David says, I went under contract with an investor, should close this week. Did you find that investor with LeadDeck? Did you find that investor with LeadDeck.ai? LeadDeck.ai. And he said he'll be using LeadDeck to find investors that have land acquisitions for a seller of 3.9 acres. That's a perfect tie-in for something yesterday. Yesterday, I called a couple of for sale by owners with lots for sale. I need to follow up with them. One I was playing phone tag with. The other one I don't think ever replied, but even more reason for me to reach back out, because if I'm the one that's persistent, I might be able to, we might be able to do a deal on it. And you can use LeadDeck since we're digging into this. Let me do a quick demo of LeadDeck for those who are curious. So go to LeadDeck.ai. LeadDeck.ai. Okay. You can create a free account. This is what it looks like. LeadDeck.ai. You can watch a demo. You can create your free account and get 100 free credits. If you already have an account, you log in here. And let's say that you are like David and you have a parcel of land. Maybe it's your listing or it is a for sale by owner land listing. Like I called a couple of those yesterday. And you want to try and find the active investors for that parcel. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say, I'm going to look. I have a parcel in Carlisle. For whatever reason, when you go to the buyer targets, hit refresh. I don't know why, but the boxes don't show up by default. I know Sean is working on that. It's driving him crazy as well. If I choose vacant land buyers and I check the lead count, I got, 131. Holy smokes. That's wild. Okay. I could also go by the zip code. So let's say I want 17015 and I go lead count 44. That's a little bit more manageable. So I can then create my buyer target here. And when I run now, I'm going to get the first 10 leads. And it takes a minute for it to populate. Notice it's running already completed. Look at that. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and, let's go ahead and make some. I got to do this work anyway. So I might as well keep the live stream going here. This is exhilarating when you're waiting for the voicemail. Yeah, hi, I'm trying to reach Joshua or Marissa, and I was calling because it looks like you or the two of you may be pretty active investors in the Carlisle area, and we've got a parcel of land that could be or make a great development opportunity, and I'm not sure if that's something that you might be interested in or maybe know anyone who might be interested. This is my personal cell phone. If you could let me know, I'll shoot you a text as well. Thanks so much, and have a great day. So that was my voicemail. They did not say their name, but hey, this is Josh with eXp Realty. I just left you a voicemail. Looks like you're a pretty active investor in the Carlisle area, and I'm just curious if you or maybe you know anyone was calling about a building lot we have available that might be a good development opportunity for someone. Curious if you might be interested or maybe know anyone who might be interested, ? There you go. It's that simple. Outreach like that. You do enough of that. And I mean, yeah, you do enough of it and good stuff happens. You end up generating opportunities like yesterday where I met with an investor that I think I picked up as a potential client in September. I'd sent him a couple of opportunities and we just couldn't make anything work. We went and looked at a bank-owned property yesterday. We're submitting our offer tomorrow. The only reason it's tomorrow is this bank-owned, this asset manager, we have to have a proof of a certified check as earnest money deposit. Banks are closed today, Veterans Day. Thank you, veterans. And so he needs to get that. He's getting that tomorrow morning. We'll submit the offer and we'll see. I think we've got a good shot at it. It's a good offer. And the place has been sitting a while for sale and sitting empty for a while. And we're getting into the cold months here in Central PA. So we'll see. It also seems as though David's having some luck with that as well. Oh, the purchase was a local services ad. Interesting. Good on you. Congrats. Okay. I have so many texts and emails that I have to get back to. So I am going to come in for a landing here with the live stream this morning and wrap it up by emphasizing a couple of things here. Actually, I'm going to grab this phone call. We'll see. Hello, this is Josh. You got it. Mm-hmm. That was someone asking to be taken off the list. That's going to happen too. I don't know why he felt the need to call me to do that, but so be it. So be it. So as I wrap up here, once again, tomorrow I'll be live in the morning, and then we'll do. I'll have the workshop at 11 a.m. Eastern. The workshop at 11 a.m. Eastern. And you can register for that at 50in26.com. 50in26, that is, .com. And I'm going to walk through my 3-step plan for closing 50 deals in 2026 with no ad spend. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not spending money on ads. I am spending a little bit, but I'm saying this 3-step plan, anyone could take and roll it out and not have to spend any money on ads, do any kind of fancy social media posting or anything like that. Literally just playing off-market matchmaker and putting together deals on average 1 per week with the 3-step plan. So you can check that out and register for free at 50in26.com. 50in26.com. If you were watching on TikTok, you can see the actual my screen and what I was sharing and get all the resources, etc. By checking out Josh Schoenly Coaching on YouTube. You can join the free Skool community. There's lots of great resources in there, including all of our replays of our weekly mastermind sessions that we do Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern. Take the email and text bump and follow-up email process that I outlined here and figure out how you can apply it and use it in your business to create more opportunities. And I hope you all have a great day. Hello, this is Josh.
Hey, it's Esther again. Sorry to bug you.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry to bug you again. I just texted you. Are you able to meet a waterproofing and mold specialist this week on Thursday or Friday at the house?
I definitely can't Thursday afternoon. I could Friday afternoon. Why are we waterproofing? I'm so confused.
There's water that's in the basement, so we need to have that looked at and just find out why there's such a high level of moisture that's down there, and see if there's anything that we need to do to, I guess, tighten things up.
Okay.
Make sure that the water intrusion doesn't get worse.
Okay.